Hello students, today we are going to see the CBSE sample question paper for the subject Informatics Practices. Your paper is for 35 marks and the time allotted is 2 hours. These are the general instruction. The paper will be divided into 3 sections A, B and C. Section A will be containing 7 questions, each carries 2 marks. Section B contains 3 questions, each carries 3 marks. Section C consists of 3 questions, each carries 4 marks. Internal choices will be given for the question numbers 1, 3, 8 and 12. Let's begin. So first question, this is a question with the internal choices. You can appear any of the questions. So first one, Aman, a freelance website developer, has been assigned a task to design few web pages for a bookshop. Help Aman in deciding out of static web page and dynamic web page what kind of web pages should be designed by clearly differentiating the difference between static and dynamic web pages on at least 2 points. So here you want to say the difference between static and dynamic web pages and it should contain 2 points each. So what is the answer? Static web page means it contains the content that cannot be changed at runtime. In dynamic web page, content can be changed at runtime. In static web page, interaction with the server's database is not possible, whereas in dynamic web page, interaction with server's database is possible. 1 mark each for correct differentiation mentioned above, or you can write any valid point. We'll move to the OR question. Priyanka, a beginner in IT field, has just started learning web technologies. Help her in understanding the difference between website and web pages with the help of suitable general examples. So here it is asked for the difference between website and a web page. So website means what? It's a collection of different web pages containing information on a particular topic, and web page is an individual page in a website, usually containing more specific information. If you are considering website as a book, a page can be considered as a web page. Moving on to the question number 2, which we are having 2 subparts. The first part, 1, I am a small text file created by on user's computer containing small piece of data like username, password and user's browsing history, as well as the preferences. I may help to improve users' web browsing experience. Who am I? So answer this question is what? Cookies. Cookies are the answers. If you write that one, you will get 1 mark. So moving to the subpart, second subpart, name any 2 popular web browsers. You can have like Google Chrome, Mozilla, Firefox, Microsoft Edge. Any 2 popular web browsers you can mention, you will get half mark each. Now moving on to the third question. Predict the output of the following queries. Select power of 5, 3. Then select mode of 5, 3. Okay, this question is also having internal choices. You can either go with this section or you can go with this section. So this is here we have to predict the output power. Power function, what it will be doing, it will be first number raised to the second number, that is 5 raised to 3. That is 5 has to be multiplied 3 times. That is 5 into 5 into 5. What is the answer? 125. Mode means what? Remainder. When the first number is divided by the second number, what will be the remainder? So 5 divided by 3, the remainder will be 2. So your answer to this first one is 125. Then second one, it is 2. So 125 and 2. Now moving to the OR part, briefly explain the purpose of the following SQL function. So here it is asked to explain or define power and mode function. You explain, give the proper definition plus 1 example. So power means what? It returns the value of a number raised to the power of the another number. For example, select power of 5, 3, you will get the output as 125. Mode means what? It will be returning the remainder of a number divided by the another number. and you can see the output. So you can give the definition plus our output. That is a must. Go with the example. Question number 4. Navya has just created a website for her company and now need to host it. Briefly discuss the role of a web server in a hosting website. Then we have to see what's the purpose of hosting a website by the web server. A web server means what? It's a main centralized computer system that will be hosting and running the website. It has computer programs that will be distributing web pages as they are requested. The basic role of the web server is to store, process, and deliver the web pages to the users as and when they are required. Now moving to question number 5th one. Here it is also asked for the output function coming the round function. So select round of 8, 8.72, 3. This is the number and this stands for the number of decimal places. So in this number we are having only 2 decimal places. So but as our output needed 3 decimal places, what we have to do? We have to add a 0 to the right side of 2. So your output will be 8.720. 8.720. Now, in the seconds apart, select round of 9.8. Here the number of decimal places are not mentioned. So the default one is you want to round off to 0 or to the nearest integer. So before removing the going to the decimal part or before removing the decimal part, you have to check whether this number is greater than or equal to 5. If so, you have to add plus 1 to the previous number. Here 8 is greater than 5. So plus 1 has to be added to 9 and your output will be 10. So we'll check the answer. You can see 8.720, 3 decimal places, and this rounded off to 0 decimal places, and this answer is 10. Moving to 6th question. RDN, a database administrator, has grouped records of a table with the help of group by clause. So here asked about group by clause. He needs to further filter the records of having generated through the group by clause, suggest suitable clause for it and explain its usage with the help of an example. That means how can we filter the records that is created through the group by clause? Obviously, we can give the condition or filter it using the having clause. Okay, having clause is used to further filter those group of records which will be generated through group by clause. For example, select max of marks from student group by classes having classes in 10, 12. Above given query will arrange records in groups according to the classes. Further filtering on these groups will happen through having clause, which will finally display the highest marks from classes 10 and 12. You can give any valid example. 1 mark for the correct clause and 1 mark for the correct example. 7th question. Mr. Som, HR manager in a multinational company, StarXwell, has created the following table to store the records of employees. And this is the table EMP. Okay. And he has written the following queries like select max of year of DOB from EMP, select e-name from EMP where month of DOJ is equal to 11. So you want to predict the output. Okay. So we'll just see what here you are having. You can see two single row two function. You can see one is max and then year. So first we will solve the inner function, that is year of DOB. So go to this column. It will be extracting the year part alone from these dates. Okay. So among that, those dates we want to find the maximum value. Which is the maximum value? The maximum value is 2001. So your output for this one is 2001. First question answer will be 2001. Second one, select e-name from EMP where month of DOJ is 11. So month part, this is, you know, that year, month, day format is that in SQL. So this is the months. Okay, you have to check month of DOJ means it will extract the month part alone from the date. We can see here which one is having that 11 as the month. Okay, here this one, this date is having this one, and from that you have to extract what? E-name. So what will be the output? E-name over here, Melinda. So 2001, and Melinda is the answer. Seventh question is an question with internal choice. So moving to the work part. So based on the table given below, help Mr. Som writing queries for the following task to display the name of the eldest employee and his or her date of birth. Okay. So you want to display the oldest. Eldest employee means what? Also the date of birth. Okay. So we have to write the query over here. That is select e name, comma, min of year of DOB from employee. Okay. So you can see select e-name. You are asked to write what all things you are asked to. You want to display the name of the employee. You can see you want to display the name and the date of birth. So first column name is name to be selected and minimum of year of DOB from EMP. Here when we are specifying only the year part alone will be extracted. If you want the full date, you don't need this year function. Okay, min of DOB is enough. Okay, so that will also give the full date, means full DOB year, month, day format. Or if the year alone is enough, that is enough. Why min function? Min function means what? Those who having that least number means you can see when I apply here min, min means what the least eldest employee will get. You can see here min if I applied 94, 97, 98, 2000, here the least minimum value will be this one 1985 and he will be the oldest employee. To display the name of those employees whose joining month is May. Joining month means what? Month name function you can go with, or month of DOJ is equal to 5, or month name of DOJ is equal to May. You can go. Both the ways you can go. Select e name from EMP where month of DOJ is equal to 5, or you can also specify select e name from EMP where month name of DOJ is equal to May. When you are giving that, May should be in the single quotation mark. So hence we have covered the section A. Moving on to section B, okay, which is carrying 3 marks each. Predict the output again. This is based on the function, text functions, isn't it? In string. What is in string returning? It will be returning the position of the first occurrence of the character. Okay, here dot you are checking for. So in this string, dot is appearing twice here and here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 11th and 15th position it is occurring. But in string will be returning the first occurrence. So that will be returning the number as 11. Substring means extracting a string from starting from this position, and these are the number of characters extracted from that position. So from some 7th position, you want to extract 4 characters. We'll just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 7th character. From there, you want to extract 4 characters. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. CBSE. So that will be the output. Then select left of exams at CBSE. So left means what? It will be extracting 5 characters from the beginning. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exams will be the output for that. So 11 CBSE exams. You got the output. 1 mark each for the correct output. This is having an internal choice. So again, the table is given. Okay, hotel is the name of the table. And you have to, based on the table, you have to answer this query. So to fetch last 2 characters from the user ID column. Okay, so this is what you want to write the SQL command. So what you will write, select last 2 characters. So you can go with the right function, select right of user ID comma 2 from where? From hotel. Okay. Then next one, to display the values of the name column in lowercase, isn't it? So what we will write, select lower, or L case you can use, lower of name from hotel. Then next one is to display the 3 characters from the 3rd place. of the column city. So how will I write? This is substring. So select substring or substr or mid function you can go with. So select mid bracket. You can see what is the character column city, isn't it? So substring in the bracket city comma 3 comma 3 semicolon. Don't forget because it's a SQL command. Okay. So function you can see right. Then the query. So lower is the function. Then the query. These are the function and this is the query. So you'll get half mark each for suggesting each function name and you will get for a half mark each for the query because here it is very clearly specified in the question that you have to suggest the SQL function name as well as you have to write the query. Both you have to say name of the function plus query. Now, Reena is working with functions of MySQL. Explain her the following. What is the purpose of now function? How many parameters does it accept? What is the general format of its return type? So this type of question, very carefully, all the functions you have to do. Think of that this type of very important question. So for all the function, just prepare of this type of question. Okay. So just now function means what? It will return the current date and time. Okay, and what is that? How many parameters does it accept? Because we know that when we are calling the now function in the bracket, we are not passing any parameters. So no values are passing here. It is none. That's why the answer is none. And what is the return type? How we will get the output? The return type of now function will be in this format. That is, you will get the year, that means date, and the time format. So year, month, day format, or that hours this way format, or all together you will be getting .uu format depending on whether the function is called up as a string or numeric context. So this type of question is very important. Just go through this one. Next one, 10th one, while dealing with a string data type in MySQL, it is observed that sometimes unnecessary space character comes in between, which hampers the successful execution of the string manipulation module. Name the suitable function to remove the leading, trailing, and both type of space characters from a string. And you have to also, you have to name the function as well as you have to write the queries for that. You know that for leading spaces alone, we will go with L trim. If it is the trailing one, R trim, and both the spaces if you want to go, we will go with the trim function. So very clearly, you just study all the functions, SQL functions, single row as well as multiple row functions. And this is the example. You can give one example also. Select L trim, R trim, and trim. So moving on to section C, carefully observe the following table stock, and you are having a table. Display the records in the decreasing order of price. So you want to display the records, all the records. So select start from stock, order by price, DESC. Select start from stock, order by price, DESC. So because it's scrolled at decreasing order. To display the category and category wise total quantity of product. So here what you have to do, you have to go with the category wise means it's a hint. That means you have to go with the group by one. So what we will do, so select category, then comma sum of quantity. That means you want to say the total quantities. No? So the function is what? Sum of quantity from stock, group by, what is that? Group by category. We are categorizing the based on the column category. So group by has to be applied for category. Select category, comma, sum of quantity from stock, group by category. Now, to display the category and its average price. So what we will do, select category, comma, AVG of price from stock, group by category. You can group by also based on the category. Okay, to display the category and category wise highest price of the product. So what is the product? So select category, comma, highest price means what? Max, isn't it? Max of price from stock, group by category. Here, since it is not mentioned like to display the, here it is solely mentioned like to display the category and its average price. Since it is not mentioned category wise, group by also can be avoided. But in your answer key, that based on the group by only it is mentioned. But that is not clearly mentioned in this query. Now moving on to question number 12. Satyam, a database analyst, has created the following table. Okay, you are given a table and you have given the queries and you want to write what? You are asked to write the output of these queries. So what is that? Select sum of marks where from student optional is equal to IP and stream is equal to commerce. So you can see IP and is the logical operator. So both the conditions should satisfy. It should be optional. IP should be optional, should be IP, and stream should be commerce. And these two are the condition matching for that. And for that, we want to calculate the sum of price, that is 95 plus 98. What is the total? Sorry, not sum of price, sum of marks. So 95 plus 98. That you find out, that will be the answer. Then select max of marks plus min of marks from student where optional equal to CS. Okay. So you can see which is that this is the CS, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 students are opted for CS. Among these maximum value is what? 99. And what is the minimum value? 95. So 99 plus 95, what will be the output? That will be the answer for that one. Then select average marks from student where optional equal to IP. So IP we again have what? We are having 4 students this one. IP, 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 isn't it? So you add these 4 marks and divide by 4. That will give the answer to that one. Average of marks. Select length of S name from student where marks is null. So marks is null. This is the student with the marks null. And what is the length of name? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this output you can go with. You can check on 193. You can see added up 94, 93.5, and 6. So this is again a question with the internal choice. Based on the above question, above given table, student Satyam has executed the following queries. Select count star from student, select count of marks from student. Also predict the output. You want to predict the output. Count star will means what? It will return the total number of records. How many records are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 records are there. So count star will give 8 and count of marks will give what? 7, because count of a particular column will not give the count of the null value. Also give proper justification of the output generated through each query. So as told, count star means what? It will be displayed the total number of rows irrespective of the null values. Second query will produce the output. This count of a particular column will count the total display, total number of non-null values in the specified column. Just check on, once again, let me check on the number of rows here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see here, it's a mistake, I think, to the 2 columns are there. So 8 is the number of records. So count function, here it should be 8 and this will be 7. Now moving on to the 13th question, last one. Antulya Creation, a startup function house, has set up its main center at Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh, for dress designing, production and dress supplying activities. It has 4 blocks of buildings. You can see the distance between the buildings are given. Number of blocks in each, number of computers in each blocks also specified. This block D is having maximum number of computers. Okay. Then based on that, certain the design table layout is also given over here. And 4 questions are asked. Like first one is like, out of LAN, WAN, MAN, what type of network will be formed if we interconnect different computers of campus, and justify your reason. You can see out of the distance given between the computers, this is within the meters, that is meters only. So that means you have to go with the LAN network, the type of network. Distance between the buildings are very less, that is in meters. So you will go with the type of network LAN, local area network. Suggest the topology which you should specify used to efficiently connect various blocks of building within campus and for faster communication. Also, you have to draw the cable layout for the same. Even if it is not asked to draw, that's better to draw the layout. So we will go with the star topology. Star topology means what? From the server, you will be connecting to the other blocks. So server here means maximum computers are in block D. So D will act as the server. Okay. So from server, from D block, you will go to have the connection to other blocks. So this is the star topology. Or you can also go with the best topology. That is also no issue. That when we are using the best topology from here to here to here, you will be connecting like this. In a straight line, you can connect it. Suggest the placement of the following devices with a justification, that is repeater or hub or switch. Both you have to write. Repeater means here when we are going with this star topology, you can see the connection is like D to A, D to P and D to S. So distance between them we can check on. So D to A it is 50 meter. Okay, no need of repeater. D to S 60 meter, there also no need of the repeater. And P to D distance is 150 meter. So you have to place the repeater in between the layout P to D, okay, because distance is small. On an average of 70 meter and more, we used to place the repeater, okay. And hub or switch means it has to be placed in each and every blocks. We will place hub or switch in each and every blocks. Then question number D. Nowadays, video conferencing software is being used, and name any one video conferencing software. You can go with the Zooms, Microsoft Teams, so on. And you have to mention the protocol. The protocol used is what? VoIP, voice over internet protocol. So just see the marking scheme. So you can see LAN as the computers are placed within the same campus within small range. So half mark for correct answer, half mark for justification, then star topology. Then the layout is given from D block, it is connected. And C means repeater has to be placed between D and B, D and P because the distance is more. Hub and switch should be placed in each building to connect various computers. Okay. And here, video conferencing software, Teams, Zoom, anything you can use, protocol VoIP. So thank you, children. We will discuss with another sample paper in the next section. Till then, keep learning. Bye.